welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport. For today we'll continue on Let's Play. This is episode 95. In today's episode we are taking a look at the Shelby production showcase. Look at a bunch of cars that aren't made anymore. And in fact I think there's only like one?
What, Shelby?
Yeah, the 1999 Shelby Series 1 is the most modern car they've got, and it's from 1999. And I'm fairly certain they don't make the Shelby Series 1 anymore.
They haven't made the Shelby Series 1 in nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
Gamers.
In fact,
You can turbocharge it.
Yeah, because the Shelby Series 1 ended production in what, 2001?
Yes.
It was in Gran Turismo 2, that's how old it is.
Sneak, a new kind of energy.
Are you still looking at energy drinks?
I think Sneak at this point is probably the better option. Best of the worst.
Can't make 420 horsepower. This is tragic. Alexa played Despacito.
Blue Raspberry Tropic Killer.
I'm not being funny. I don't want to drink anything called Tropic Killer.
And then there's Strawberry Watermelon, which sounds terrible.
I like watermelon.
I just want to try out the X Gamer Hyper Beast.
Jesus.
That sounds terrible.
Oh,
Shelby
God.
Production Showcase, an event showcasing the current state of Shelby's automotive technology. This car came out like 12 years before this game came out. What? Unless they're going to put a bunch of Ford Shelbys in here. I wonder if they are going to put like GT500s and shit. That would make more sense. I mean, even still, like, Shelby Automotive Technology, what, they whacked an even bigger supercharger on a fucking Mustang. What would he fucking do?
Hey, at least they're actually starting to learn that power isn't everything with the
As you say, when they made that 1,000 horsepower GC500 or whatever. Yeah, it is Ford Shelby in here.
Oh, you mean the Super Snake?
Sorry, I forget that's the name of it.
Then they became sensible after he died.
Can you imagine that? Like, oh yeah, we've got the manliest name for our car, whatever. What is it? Super Snake. Isn't that a bit
Ready to rock.
weird? No.
It's still better than super fast.
Super Fast is great. I don't care what you say.
Super fast.
I love the Super Fast. That's such a...
If it's so super fast...
thing is
why
that
would you
Ferrari's
need my
names are always
hatchback?
fucking dorky. I mean, come on, they had a car called the Pista.
What, Ferrari?
Yeah, the 488
Yeah.
Pista. Or 458 Pista. Or was it
488.
I've got
My
it.
favorite Ferrari, the Ferrari.
There's a new one
Ferrari's
now,
a
isn't
Ferrari.
there? The fucking...
Yeah, that's the 5... It's the 500? 5...
No, the
500?
F8 Turbo... What? What is it now? Because it's not a new 48... It's like a new 488, but it's just the facelift 488, which was a facelift 458.
The F8 Tributo.
Yes. Why could... What? All Ferrari's car names now are awful. 812 Superfast, F8 Tribunto, and the fucking GTC4 Lusso, which is a stupid name as well.
That just sound... I would probably pronounce it as GT4C Russo. And that sounds terrible.
Also, this is the track which I found out a lot more about as of recently. Because I've ended up... There's like a YouTube channel which goes on about like historic F1 tragic events, and for whatever reason 2 videos recently have popped up for the 2005 American Grand Prix, which apparently was just the biggest shit show in the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was, because I still actually remember that race.
Yes,
Wait,
I know
what?
enough
Straight-
about F1 now to confirm that if Jordan like gets on podium, you know there's an issue.
Oh, the Indianapolis 05.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one where
they
we sabotaged.
basically-
People were racing because the tyres kept exploding.
Yeah, and the fucking fallout of it was, the teams and the FIA couldn't agree on putting a chicane before the banking.
Or at
Hence
least
why-
letting fucking Michelin cars pit, which would have made more sense.
I wish they wouldn't use COTA anymore. I wish they used Road America. Because that track is good.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, you
I-
end up with the issue where they can never decide where the American Grand Prix actually is supposed to be until they built that track, so...
I really don't like COTA.
Wasn't COTA built for, like,
Kota was built for endurance racing originally.
I thought Kota was just built by F1 because they were like, fuck it, we can't be asked to constantly keep changing the American thing. Here it is where it is. Ferrari has a station wagon. Yeah, they do. The GTC Ford Lusso is actually like the only Ferrari for years I'd actually buy with me.
Guess what that replaced? It replaced the FF.
Which was hideous.
You mean when? You
Yeah.
mean when F1 kept swapping back and forth between Hockenheim and Nürburgring for Germany?
Yeah, there was that as well.
And Japan, Suzuka, Fuji.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I
it's
mean,
the
they never
thing,
like held a fucking race in like the Yokohama tire fucking parking lot like they did with that one F1 race where it was in Las Vegas,
God.
which was apparently a fucking disaster as well.
yeah, because I've actually seen the layout for that track. It was basically, you know, the car park equivalent of Willow Springs Horse Thief Mall.
Oh god.
I'm not even joking.
I mean, if you like the FFJ, that's fair enough. I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of the way the FF looks weird. It's like oddly out of proportion, and it just doesn't.
It also
work.
technically has temporary four-wheel drive.
Yeah, you can actually experience that in Horizon as well, which is strange.
Yeah, if you go beyond fourth gear, you.
I mean, that's
turn
not a
rear-wheel
bad way to
drive.
do four-wheel drive, in fairness, but
That is a stupid way of doing four-wheel drive.
I mean, in
Imagine
fairness,
the Audi
Audi's
Quattro. Imagine
yeah,
the
Audi Quattro is
Quattro.
not much better because that's just all front-wheel drive, and so like it's like, oh, maybe yeah.
It still dominated rally until Lancia came along with.
Well, no, because the Audi
GT.
Quattro didn't have the Quattro system.
It kind of did and didn't.
Well, no, because it wasn't front-wheel drive all the time, which is what Quattro is, and it just occasionally get like that was an actual proper 50-50 split.
Yeah, and then
Also, the
Lancia came
Quattro didn't actually dominate rally as much as you might think it did.
It is. I mean, the Lancia beat it, but that was Lancia beat it not because of the car, but because of what they did. Around Monte Carlo, for example, what they did is that they bought all of the salt from every shop imaginable and put all of the salt on
That
the
was
road.
for the
on all
037, though.
Yeah, it was.
The-
and then there was a point as well where they actually changed tires in the middle of the rally to suit another surface.
I can't confirm this by wins alone, and I don't have Duracer on my shoulder screaming at me, but I'm fairly certain the 205 T16 was more winningful than the Quattro. XKRS is cool.
There's another thing as well about.
I prefer the F-Type.
There's another thing about Lancia as well. The 037 wasn't even legally allowed in rally.
Nope.
Because what they did, they made 200 cars, then they told them there's another car park with another 200. So they kept them stalled, drove the 200 to the other car park, and it counted as 400 because the FIA then required all rally cars to have a road-going version of at least 400 models.
Yeah. Scotian,
Aye.
this Shelby thing,
Yes.
is it built out of a Ford parts bin or a Chevrolet parts bin?
Chevrolet.
I was wondering why all the gauges look very GM, but I thought this might be a Ford.
Yeah. It actually has an Oldsmobile engine into it.
Oh yeah, of course it does, yeah. Because the first ones of these were old, didn't they then switch to like Ford Cobra engines in like 01 or something?
Maybe, I don't know. I know it had the Aurora V8, is what it was called.
Woo.
Named after
The Oldsmobile Aurora?
GM car.
Named after a GM car.
The Oldsmobile Aurora.
Yes. A car most famous for occasionally appearing in traffic in American Truck Simulator. Or is that the Alero? Are they
The
two different
Alero,
cars? Yeah, the
Yeah, the
Oldsmobile's naming was stupid.
Alero's odd.
It's like, what should
the Alero is-
what should we name our cars after, chaps? Let's just make them really awkward for anyone to pronounce. Okay, got it.
Well, fucking they're awkward as it was, because oddly enough, I thought the Alero was on the Z platform, which was the Cavalier, but they're actually on the W platform with the Monte Carlo, and they don't even look that size. the
His things died.
Oh dear.
Would I buy the FF just for the performance? No, I'd probably buy Bentley Continental over an FF.
Oh, wait, he's back.
Is he?
You died for a second there, Scotian. No, he's dead.
Yeah, he's still dead. You're just hearing phantom voices in your head. Look, I know they look to you, they understand, they talk to you, but like you need to stop hearing those voices in your head.
Yeah, he actually did cut out the most perfect point. It was just like the
Sup, Inferno, other. Anyways, Scotian, continue.
Yeah, the Alero is based on the W platform, which is the Monte Carlo and the Impala at the time.
Woo.
And it's
what a tasty bunch of vehicles.
and it's actually small enough that I thought it was on the Cavalier platform.
I mean, the Monte Carlo wasn't that big a car at the time, was it?
Oh yeah, it is actually big.
Oh. I mean, they look huge, but I just figured, like most American things, they look massive, but they're really small.
It's they look narrow, but they're as long as like a Roadmaster.
Jesus. Well, I guess it's amazing what you can do with a platform.
Yeah, the Aurora is bigger than the Alero.
I can't get the name. What is it? Aurora?
Aurora.
Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my god! I just realised that
this Viper-looking thing is a Shelby Series 1, which was a car they made for a few years, and then Shelby stopped making cars and just made Mustangs.
Was this the last Forza game that this appeared in?
Yes.
Oh.
Cavos has made a video which has made a lot of people hate him.
I kind of like Cavos' new videos. Has he defended Keem? Is that what he's done?
No, he completely destroyed Keem.
Are you sure?
Yes, he tried to destroy Keem and actually got a lot of dislikes.
What, recently, or is this years ago?
Very recent. This was half an hour ago already.
You sure the title's not a joke? Because Cavos has been, like, defending Keem on Twitter.
The truth about Keemstar exposed.
Yeah, that would be bollocks. It'll be the truth about the fucking H3 video just being a bunch of shit.
He's defending him, yeah.
Yeah. Which he should do, because that fucking H3 video was a load of shit. I mean, it wasn't a load of shit, some of it was very accurate, it's just the main point of it was shit.
I just don't know. I just don't know who to believe, really.
I mean, they're both, it's like Thunder said on Twitter, they're both fucking scumbags. It's just one scumbag yelling, this scumbag's worse than me, when it's not really true. The problem is, as well, with that H3 video, is a lot of it was missing, sort of, facts.
Evidence.
Yeah. Like...
I just don't care about either.
Where am I from? I am from, England. I can't think for some reason. I mean, north-ish, I guess. Middle
North Yorkshire.
I'm originally from Yorkshire. I'm currently residing in Lincolnshire.
Did you drive a Ford Fiesta in there?
No, they're illegal.
Oh.
Although, coincidentally, my mother and stepdad's first cars was Fiestas, and my dad's current car is a Fiesta. But I've never owned a Fiesta. In fact, I've never owned a Ford.
You really don't want to be my sister then, who...
Did one of them get fined by... Did one of them get fined £2 million?
Probably.
Yeah, what my sister drives now.
What, a Clio?
No, she drives a Zara Picasso.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, her boyfriend drives either a Nissan 200SX...
Right.
or a taxi.
So, they've both got really awful taste in motor vehicles.
What, a 200SX?
Yeah, it's a shit car. Well, it was a good car, it's just, it looked awful.
It's a... I think it's a second-gen SX.
I'm discovered in both Keem and HH3. Yeah. That Etika thing really is just... Don't dig up his grave to go at Keem. Like, Keem didn't... At the end of the day, Keem didn't kill the guy. Was he insensitive towards him? Sure. Did Keem understand the situation? No. Is it hard to understand mental health situations on the internet? Fuck yes, because you don't know who's lying and making up for attention, who's actually being genuine. Also, something worth pointing out, which I recently found out, Ethical wasn't actually diagnosed with anything, which people seem to think he was. He actually wasn't. So, again, I mean, if Etika's got nothing from the doctor, and Keem obviously isn't a fucking doctor and can't, like, I'm thinking, I don't know. If some fucking asshole came onto my Discord server tomorrow and said, I am the Antichrist and all the rest of it, I wouldn't know if he was mentally insane or just a fucking retard troll. I don't know. You can't tell, it's the internet.
I mean, let's be honest, people were doing that before it was cool. Like, for example, David Icke, who believes he's the son of God.
Well, it's like, look at fucking Wings of Redemption. How many times has that guy said he's going to kill himself? At this point, it's a meme. It's fucking Wings. You can buy a ZR1 if you import them. And I think you can buy one directly.
Actually, they sold ZR1s here.
Possibly. They sold C7 Corvettes, I remember, because they tried to give a load of them to a football club. And the football club responded by just shoving them all in the car park. So there's just loads of C7s
That was
in the car
Manchester,
park.
wasn't it? Because they're sponsored by Chevrolet.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, in fairness, can you imagine being sponsored by Chevrolet in like 2008? So they just come around and it's like, hey guys, guess what we've got for you? We've got the keys to a hot new Chevrolet Orlando.
No. Even worse than that. Even worse than that. Hey guys, since we're sponsoring you, would you like a free Chevrolet Matiz?
Chevrolet Spark, my dude. Spark
At least that looks fine, but the plastics are the usual plastic.
No. The Spark looked fine in America. The Spark did not look good over here when they like fucking did that like base model with like steel wheels.
Why would you have steel wheels?
Because it was like cost $3,000 new or something ridiculous.
Is aluminium alloy still super expensive still?
I mean, the original, the Dacia Sandero Access has got steel wheel.
I can understand if you're going down to budget, but is it really that expensive still?
No.
Chevrolet were charging something like 10 grand for that thing. At least Dacia have the knowledge to sell.
Hell in a Cell match between Wings of Redemption and Darkside Film. I'd pay to see that. My God, he's got wings on top of the cage! God. Wings just caused a minor earthquake in Detroit. Fucking... Oh, by the way, Scotian. Did you see some sleuthing we did today?
No.
We found out larders in Canada are sold under the name of Dennis.
I need a Dennis now.
Yes, it's in Motors somewhere. I think like the Lada Riva was called like the Dennis Satchel or something, and then the Lada 4x4, which is called the Dennis 4x4. And they claimed they were 30% made in Canada.
30%?
30%.
Well, that's not Canadian there. It's a bit like...
No, they're 30% made in Canada, which probably means they like make the wheels and tyres in Canada that like, shipped on the car.
I mean...
They could be like Volvo, where they just fucking they just Sweden just IKEA them over here, and we just fucking put them together. Yeah.
Honestly, that's a bit like Ford. Yes, we make our cars here, but the parts are actually 20% British, and the rest is made in Turkey.
That was very lucky.
Hey.
I just got sort of lucky and sort of not lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ford builds everything in Turkey nowadays.
Yeah, the transit van for reasons unknown.
No,
no,
it's because the Transit Connect's been made over there since like 2002, so it was like, fuck it, just make it over.
Van of Britain, made in Turkey.
Yeah, but I mean, the Transit was the first design like collaborated on between the Germans and the English anyway, so. Because you gotta remember, Ford Europe was really Ford Germany and Ford Britain, and then they like combined together in the 60s.
Well, hang on, what about the Ford? Most Fords, like even back in the 90s, were made in Dagenham.
Yeah, but then again, Peugeots were made in like fucking Southampton or something.
Yeah, Nissans were made in Sunderland.
They still are for now. Honda and Nissan are backing out, but
yes, because of course they will.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Peugeot has put more investment into loot,
Fucking woo!
just so they can make a van.
Yeah, that won't last long though. The only
probably-
Vauxhall left being built in Britain's the Astra, and that's going to turn over as soon as they fucking figure out new Astra. Because, like, fucking, they've already sorted the Corsa out, so they're probably going to sort the Astra out now. In fact, they are sorting the Astra out now. I've seen some sketches.
Insignia. Have you seen the new Insignia? It's effectively just a Peugeot 508.
Are they replacing that now?
They're going to be
That
replacing it.
Insignia only came out like 2 years ago. Then again, I mean, the two places that made it was us and also fucking Holden, and neither of which are alive anymore, so...
Yeah, Holden's gone, and that means the 8 supercars will be gone. Because there won't be any...
We'll make race series for Fords with giant wings.
Yeah, there'll be no more Holden versus Ford fist fights at Bathurst.
It'll be Ford versus Chevrolet now, bro.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, actually, no, V8 supercars have, like, Mercedes, Volvo, and Nissan in it at
They
one
have
point.
Volvo, Nissan, and something else.
Whoop, whoop. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Next time, I'm going to be taking a look at the CTSV Club. Time to gain 30 pounds of weight and pretend our car's as good as an M3. Join us for that. Until then, farewell.
You know what I'm saying. The sorrow that my heart holds in knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I won't let you back. Got up in a wall that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your